Hello, welcome back to the Hello Sim channel. This is the making of the modern family house, the Dunphy House, and you can tell already by the speed of the video that this house was incredibly frustrating to build. I cannot even tell you how annoying it was. Basically, I think I watched a short video of somebody in The Sims 3 that made this. But because The Sims 3 had so many palette options available for different colours and different prints, they seemed to achieve a look far closer to the real house than I did. So I think the learning curve from this is it's going to be pretty hard to replicate houses on The Sims 4 until there's a few more custom options available in terms of changing colours and prints and patterns and furniture. But I did my best. So you can see here that I'd already done the shape of the house. If I hadn't, this video would be horrendously long, and a lot of times smaller items like the pictures repeat themselves because it was just the right size, and anytime there's any major pauses it's because I've stopped the video to have a look at. I'm looking at my laptop that's next to me with some photos from the set. So the other thing about this house was that there are no real clear floor plans of what this house is supposed to look like. There are a few photos, promo photos of the living room and dining room, and obviously I watched the show so I can kind of have some good idea, but I knew that there was rooms downstairs that they never go into or never show you, and I had to put those in. One of them is where on the left hand side of the house there's a sort of, I don't know if you watch the show you'll know what I mean, but when they are on the sofa in the front room and the camera's on them with the stairs behind them, then there's obviously the doorway out behind them, but then on the left there's also a doorway, and I don't know where that goes, so I just kind of made that up. I'm just adding in now. I go all over the house in this build. I just jump from room to room as I'm looking at different pictures, so I apologise if it's not very clear and done each room at a time, but this is the more informal living room area, but it looks even more informal than this. However, I can't do that because of the restrictions in furniture, and this was just the story of my life for this build. I kept giving up and coming back to it and giving up and coming back to it, and I've actually started making the other Dunphy house, the Pritchett, Gloria and Jay's house, which is much more modern, which I've enjoyed making a little bit more, but still I found it quite tricky, and that's still waiting on my videos to upload. So this is the dining room area. Again, the outside of this house on the TV show is not the inside, it's not the same house, it's just the outside set. So the sizing is different as well, and also some of the window placement is a little bit different. So all of those things have made it really, really super fun to try and redo this. I actually watched a really great video by Lacey Loves Sims, I think she's called, and she was doing a Christmas special of the McAllister house, I think, on Home Alone. I think it's the McAllisters. Anyway, it just looked amazing. It looked so much like the real deal. I thought, well, of course I can do it for Modern Family. I like the show. I know, where everything's supposed to go. It'll be easy. I'll just blast it out. And that didn't happen. So my actual, this kitchen that I'm doing right now is my favourite room that I did, because I felt like this one looks the most like the one from the show. So I just covered this back wall here with loads of pictures. I got the units just about right. The dining room tables and chairs are a little bit off, but again, it's the closest I could get with base game stuff. I don't have the outdoor retreat or any of the expansion packs yet, just because it was pretty expensive to buy the Sims 4 game, and then I'm going to go slowly through the expansion packs, and all the stuff packs, just so I really know what I want. Otherwise I can easily spend hundreds of pounds on the game and wish that I'd probably not done. So this is the front room. Some of the shots I have to make up what is facing the other way because you never really see the other direction. So this one is, I knew what this was. This was bookcases and a TV. So this one was a pretty easy one to do. And then there's 2 rooms in the middle there off of this blue corridor. And I remember one of the episodes, I think it was the episode where Phil has an old friend or something that comes to visit a girl, and she's hitting on him and he doesn't think so, and then it turns out that she is. Anyway, too much information. She asks where the bathroom is, and Claire says, oh, it's just downstairs on the right, or it's the second door on the right or something. So I knew I had to fit in a downstairs bathroom somewhere, but I didn't know where it was because I never saw it in the show, and it's been a while since I've watched the show. So all in all, it's just been a really fun build. And then I would go away from this and then come back to it, and some of the stuff that I'd put on, some of the objects would have deleted themselves. So I had to go in and redo that. This kitchen living room area was really fiddly just because I don't really understand from watching the program how they got, there's like one big corridor down that you can see there with the red carpets on, but then there's a sort of little extra doorway into the kitchen, and I couldn't figure out how that worked in terms of the layout of the house. And there, like I said, there were no floor plans to go from, so I was going from a couple of promo photos, which wasn't very helpful. And then that archway on the left there, that one, where I'm putting the plant, that's the extra bit I had to make up because I can see that archway in some of the photos, but I don't know where it went. And the same, there's an archway behind them near the front door, and apparently that goes to Phil's office. I read on an interview because some people had asked about it, but I never saw inside it, so again I'm just making it up. So I did a little closet cupboard in here with some school bags for the children and some coats and things to fill that space, just because she said second door on the left or second door on the right, and I was being pretty anal with making sure that it was as close as I could get. And then I made a quick downstairs bathroom as well down here. I'm pretty pleased with it as a family house, but all in all I don't think it looks completely like the Dunphy House as much as I would have liked it to. So maybe when I've got more of the expansion packs and the game's progressed a little bit in terms of what you can use for design content, then maybe I'll have a go at renovating it, or somebody else could download it and have a go. This is this is Phil's office that I'm just trying to add some things to now. I'm sorry again about my fan going crazy. The last couple of videos the fan's been going a little bit wild. So for his office, this is me just trying to figure out what I can put in there. You can see this little side table from one of the photos, so I added some trains and planes and a couple of awards for real estate I thought would be on there, trying to go with his personality from the show, and boxes, and he's quite messy, but I thought some real estate magazines or something framed, and then some boxes of contracts and mortgage stuff going on there. And then also there's a part of the show where they go into the garage, so I added a garage behind the kitchen because I think some boxes fell on him in one show. I thought for a second I'd just add a Christmas tree in there, but then obviously that's not going to be Christmas all the time, so I did need something to go in that corner. My main issue at the moment was the lack of pictures. I couldn't really find a lot of appropriate pictures, so that was kind of tricky. And this is the garage area. I'm just trying to make something that looks a little bit like a garage. It has a little step ramp, which is annoying, but I needed that for the front step. In the real set, the garage is a little bit further back. I probably should have picked a slightly larger lot, but I think that this lot goes straight onto the street, whereas the larger lots tend to have a kind of almost turning circle in front of them, and they look a lot more grand than this one does. But actually, now we've got the new, I think it's called Newcrest Town, I could probably find a more appropriate lot. This is just the garage area now, and I actually really like adding garages in because I can put in things like this for storage, where you would store all random bits and pieces. So I put in some Christmas decorations, I think some boxes and books and general bits and pieces. But I kind of like the idea that you could hang out in there and mess about with stuff. I might put in some art easels and games stuff. So random boxes. I think I put in like a rocket engine or something because he's a bit of a crazy inventor with his son. He likes trying things out, so it's kind of like their little hangouts. And then I stacked some chairs up because every family has extra chairs for Christmas or the holidays. And then I just messed about a little bit, putting some planting into the garden. Not too much, a quick climbing monkey bar thing and some plants. Again, I didn't really know what was out here. I know that there's not a swimming pool, but I just put in some steps and bits and pieces. Nothing too fancy. I don't think the outside's looking too bad. The white picket fence isn't really what the show has, but again, there was limited options. So I'm just moving on to the upstairs now, which was again quite tricky because you don't see behind quite a few of the doors, or you don't see behind them that often. So I did the girls' bedrooms pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the girls' bedrooms, but there wasn't a lot of options for Phil and Claire's, and there wasn't a lot of options for the boys' bedrooms. I can't remember what he is called. Luke. He's called Luke. And then I couldn't get rid of this. Again, this is my not having played Sims for that long. I couldn't get rid of this white roofing bit. So I tried for a little bit, but then I just ended up leaving it in. So if anyone has any more luck getting rid of that, then well done. This is Hayley's bed. I think she has a big double bed and it's more of a pinky colour, pinky purple. It's a metal bed, but I didn't have a metal bed. I think one comes with the outdoor retreat pack if you have that, and you could swap it in, but I don't have that one. And this is the other girl, Alex. So her bed is surrounded by books and things because she is a bookworm and very studious. So lots and lots of book and study related things. I just covered their room in posters and perfumes and bookcases and books and all the stuff you'd find in a teenager's bedroom. This is probably one of my favourite rooms. I like making the kids' rooms because they can be really messy and cluttered, and I found this one pretty fun to make, to stick to the pictures. So I hope to have the other one, the other Modern Family home that I'm building, up on the gallery really soon, and it's Slamcat, 2 M's, 2 T's and a K, but I'll link that in the description bar below. And I've got a couple of other more modern-y builds that I'm trying out. Just, you know, keep on learning, keep on playing. I'm really enjoying playing at the moment, but I've been, my husband's been teaching me The Witcher 3, so I've been playing that a lot, and I've been playing some Zelda and some kind of more shooter type games. So I haven't been playing The Sims as much, but I have been building, so that's been fun. This is Luke's bedroom. So he had bunk beds, and now I saw the Sim Supply, I think he's called the Sim Supply, do this to make bunk beds, so I hope that they work. I didn't put a family in and test them, but I think they would work if the bed on top was high enough. So you just have to work on holding 9 on your keyboard or control 9 and raising the top bed a little bit. He is a bit of a science geek, but not very studious, so I put a couple of awards on there, but mainly posters and fun things because he just kind of likes to hang out with his dad and mess around and things like that. But I really like this bedroom as well, and I would definitely have this bedroom for a boy. I might upload that kind of room onto the Sims gallery as just a room, because I don't have any just room builds. I messed around with this bit for quite a while actually. Once you get to the upstairs of the house, you've got loads of spare room, and I know that there wasn't a spare bedroom because I think in one of the episodes the sisters tried to convince their brother to go upstairs into the loft as his own room so that they could have a room each, and obviously you wouldn't have to do that if there was a spare bedroom, but there was loads of extra space up here, so I just made a spare bedroom anyway. And this is the girls' bathroom from an episode where they left it really messy, so there's clothes everywhere. I should have put some more kind of perfumes and bottles and bits and pieces around, but you can add those on. But that was a particularly funny episode. And then I'm just looking at what else can be done here and what is going to be, which room is going to be for which purpose. So I made this into the parents' bedroom, and this I was the least happy with, just with the content that was available. I don't think it really looks like their bedroom from the show. It's very cluttered. There's loads of different units and dresses in different woods and different colours, so nothing really goes together. It's all very mismatched, and there's just basically clutter everywhere. It's a really lived-in family home where they've clearly just collected stuff from everywhere. Sorry, I keep thinking that I'm going to cough, so I keep just cutting off straight away. I was going to put that on because I thought it'd be kind of cool to have, you know, your cup of tea or breakfast on. So I might try to do that over a bed in one of my future builds, but I don't know if they'll still be able to get into the bed, so I'd have to check that. And then I gave them a family bathroom here so that the girls could have their own bathroom. And then I did an ensuite for the parents' bedroom, and I might even have done an ensuite for the spare bedroom that I did because there was that much space up here. So I just made a general plain family bathroom, adding in some bits. I just spend a lot of time in bathrooms putting things around the walls. Sometimes I need to think a bit more outside the box with the bathrooms because everything just goes around the edges and it tends to look a little bit boring there. I'm still doing quite boxy rectangular rooms, and I need to start playing with different shapes and spaces a little bit more. Maybe I could do a Victorian house where it's just really weirdly shaped and I have to kind of make it a bit more interesting. I made a little utility washroom back here. I couldn't think of what else to put there, so if you wanted to, you could get rid of that main bathroom for a bedroom or a nursery and add on a little bit there. And then this is going to be the spare bedroom. So they do have grandparents in the show that come and visit, so this can be where they stay. This has been a pretty, I'd say, relatively popular build on the gallery. My most popular build has still been the Flint photography studio, and I've done an updated studio as well that has a little apartment above it in case you don't want to go home. So that's still an incredibly popular video. And I've put a bunch more on there from different TV shows. I did one inspired by the Addams Family. It's not the exact house, but it's definitely inspired by it, so you should go and check that one out. And I can't think of anything else that I've put on there since then. I think just bits and pieces of smaller ones that I've made up. I'm still working up to doing a starter home and keeping it under the 17,500 simoleon limit, but I just can't do it at the moment. I just cannot do it. Not good enough. So I'm getting right to the end now, and we're going to go into the screenshots. This is the front of the house. This is the inside in the front room, and then there's going to be it from another angle. So this is where they would normally sit for their interviews on the show. This is the hallway leading to the front door. Here is the kitchen and dining area, and there is the informal living room at the back. Here's the garage or garage, and then we go upstairs to Haley and Alex's room. This is Luke's room here, and then we'll go into the messy bathroom. I didn't take photos of every room, I don't think, or from every angle, but you get the picture. This is the parents' bedroom, and that's it. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!